You won't believe what happened at Hollow Creek. A place forgotten by time, shrouded in shadows, waiting for someone foolish enough to wander its dark paths. I had always been curious, a seeker of the unknown, but nothing prepared me for what I would find that night. The town warned me. Locals spoke of Hollow Creek in hushed whispers. Stories of people disappearing, ghostly figures glimpsed in broken windows, the distant laughter of children who never existed. I dismissed them. That night, with only my backpack, flashlight, and restless curiosity, I ventured in. The road was cracked and overgrown, the trees leaning like dark sentinels. Mist curled around my feet as if the earth itself was alive, hiding secrets I was about to uncover. Every step forward made my heart pound faster. Every snap of a twig echoed in the silent, haunted night. The house appeared suddenly, emerging from the fog like a beast in slumber. Its windows were broken, the door hanging loosely on one hinge, creaking faintly in the wind. A shiver ran down my spine. This was no ordinary abandoned house. It felt alive, watching me, breathing, waiting. I stepped inside. The floorboards moaned beneath me, echoing through the dark corridors. The air smelled of decay and old smoke. Every room was a tomb of forgotten memories. I felt a presence, something unseen, whispering, moving just beyond the reach of my flashlight. Then I heard it, a faint scratching, like nails on wood, coming from the attic. My hands trembled as I raised my flashlight toward the ceiling. Another sound, a soft, chilling laugh, too childlike, yet impossibly hollow. I called out, my voice shaking. "Hello? Is anyone there?" Silence answered me, except for the faint whispers that seemed to circle around my ears. I climbed the stairs to the attic. Each step groaned under my weight, echoing through the empty halls. The door was slightly ajar. Pushing it open, I saw a small room covered in dust. In the corner, a rocking chair moved back and forth, though no wind stirred the air. And then I saw them, shadows, tall and thin, lurking in the corners, watching me with eyes that glowed faintly in the darkness. My flashlight flickered. The air grew colder. My breath formed clouds in the pitch-black room. I tried to run, but the door slammed shut. The whispering grew louder, forming words I could almost understand. "You shouldn't be here. Leave. Never return." Then I felt a hand on my shoulder. Cold, heavy, real. I turned slowly. Nothing. But behind me, a face, pale, twisted, eyes empty yet knowing, hovered. In that moment, I realized the house was alive. It fed on fear. It thrived on curiosity. And now it had chosen me. I ran, stumbling down the stairs, through the foggy trees, heart pounding, screaming into the night. When I finally reached the town, I turned to look back. Hollow Creek's house had vanished. The mist swallowed it, as if it never existed. I couldn't stop running. The fog seemed to wrap around me, pulling me back. Every tree looked like a twisted figure, shadows shifting in the corner of my eyes. My heartbeat echoed in my ears, louder than the silence, louder than the night itself. I stumbled over a root, my flashlight rolling ahead, casting fleeting shadows across the ground. And then I heard it, a soft, dragging sound coming from behind. I dared not turn, but my body felt frozen, held by invisible fingers of fear. A voice whispered, just a breath. You can't leave. Not yet. I ran faster, my legs barely holding me up. The town's lights flickered in the distance, but the road stretched endlessly, like the house had shifted the world. And the whispers, growing louder, circling around me, repeating my name. I reached the edge of the forest, and there it was, the house. Not where it should be, not where I left it, but looming, closer, darker. The windows now glowed faintly, with a sickly green light. The door, swinging, calling, inviting, promising horror. My legs froze, my mouth dry. And then I saw them. Figures emerging from the shadows. Tall, thin, faces hidden, eyes glowing faintly. They whispered, chanting my name, beckoning me closer. I turned, ran into a narrow path, hoping to escape. The forest seemed alive, branches grabbing at my clothes, roots trying to trip me. Every step I took, I heard faint laughter, children laughing. Yet, the laughter sounded hollow, empty, wrong. I found an old bridge over a dark river. The water reflected the moon, but it was not the moon I knew. Shapes moved beneath the surface, reaching up, silent, waiting. I ran across, the wood creaking, threatening to give way. On the other side, I saw the town again. But something was wrong. The streets were empty, silent, too silent. Windows dark, doors closed, like everyone had vanished. And then, a whisper behind me, soft, cruel. You belong to the house now. I ran to the nearest house, banging on the door, screaming. No answer, just silence. I turned and saw a shadow moving swiftly across the rooftops, watching me, waiting, calculating. I realized then I had been lured, trapped. Hollow Creek wasn't just a place, it was alive, feeding on fear. And the house, it could reach anywhere. It followed, it watched. My life, my soul, now bound to its darkness. I hid in the shadows, hoping it would pass. But every sound, every creak, every whisper reminded me I was never alone. I understood the truth. Hollow Creek never forgets, never forgives, and never lets go. Years have passed, but I still hear it. The faint scratching, the soft laughter. And sometimes, late at night, when the wind blows just right, I hear my name, carried from Hollow Creek, calling me back. And that is the warning to all who listen. Curiosity can be deadly, and some houses, some places, should never be found, should never be entered. Hollow Creek waits, and it is patient, always. Remember, The shadows are watching. The whispers follow. And the house? It remembers. Every step, every fear, every mistake. You may think you are safe, but Hollow Creek knows, and it waits. I could hear the house whispering my name. Every corner I turned, shadows moved, faster than I could react. I stumbled over a broken fence, branches clawing at my face. The fog thickened, wrapping me, suffocating me. A figure appeared, tall, thin, floating just above the ground. Its eyes glowed faintly, hollow and unblinking. It reached out, as if to pull me back. I ran, faster than I had ever run. I reached a small clearing, the moonlight shining weakly. The shadows of the forest seemed to stretch, reaching, waiting. A low whisper came from behind, calling me, mocking me. I turned. Nothing, but the feeling of being watched remained. Then, the ground beneath me shifted, as if alive. Roots twisted like snakes, trying to trap my feet. I kicked free, my heart pounding. The house loomed in the distance, closer, its green windows glowing. I had nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. Every street, every alley, the town seemed empty. Doors slammed shut behind me, windows darkened, and always the whispering, my name, repeated over and over. I hid in the ruins of an old building, shivering. Shadows moved just beyond my sight, circling, waiting. I realized then I was not alone. Hollow Creek had claimed me. Days passed, or maybe hours. Time felt meaningless. The whispers never stopped. I could hear footsteps, soft, deliberate, following me. Every mirror I looked into, a shadow stared back. Not mine, something else. I tried to speak, but my voice was lost. Every attempt to escape ended in the same, returning to the house. It fed on my fear, growing stronger with every heartbeat. And I became its prisoner. I saw the rocking chair again, moving by itself. The shadows of the attic stretched, forming shapes, faces, hands. I wanted to flee, but my legs refused to obey. The whispers grew louder, chanting my name, calling me back. A cold hand touched my shoulder. I spun around. Nothing. But the feeling remained. I could feel the house breathing, alive. Every shadow now seemed conscious, watching me. I understood. There was no escape. Years later, I still hear it. The whispers, the scratching. Sometimes, late at night, I feel the hand on my shoulder again. Hollow Creek never forgets, never forgives, never lets go. And the house, it waits, always, patient, for the next curious soul who dares to enter, to wander its halls, and become part of its eternal story. Remember, the shadows are watching. The whispers follow. The house knows your steps, your fear, your name. You may think you are safe, but Hollow Creek waits. Curiosity can be deadly. Some doors should never be opened. Some places, some houses, should never be found. For once you enter, it remembers, and it waits forever.